Exodus 11 to 15 tells the dramatic climax of Israel's escape from Egypt. We witness God's final judgment, the first Passover, and one of the most miraculous moments in history, the parting of the Red Sea. About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. Exodus 11:4. God warns of one last plague, the death of every firstborn in Egypt, from Pharaoh's son to the lowest servant. There shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt. Exodus 11:6. But not even a dog will bark at the Israelites. Moses leaves Pharaoh in anger. The time of warning is over. God will act. God gives instructions for the first Passover. Each family must sacrifice a spotless lamb and paint its blood on their doorposts. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. Exodus 12:13. That night, God strikes down every firstborn in Egypt. But every house marked by the blood is spared. Pharaoh wakes to the sound of mourning and finally tells Moses, "Rise up and get you forth from among my people." Exodus 12:31. After 430 years in Egypt, the Israelites depart in haste. They leave with gold, silver, and clothing, freely given by the Egyptians. God tells Moses to dedicate every firstborn to him, both human and animal. He also establishes the Feast of Unleavened Bread, to remember the night they were delivered. Though the shorter road would take them through Philistine territory, God leads them toward the Red Sea to avoid early warfare. The Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, and by night in a pillar of fire. Exodus 13:21. God's presence is visible and personal, guiding his people every step. Pharaoh changes his mind and pursues the Israelites with his army. The people panic. "Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?" Exodus 14:11. But Moses says, "Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." Exodus 14:13. God tells Moses to raise his staff. The Red Sea parts and the Israelites walk through on dry ground. When the Egyptians follow, God causes their chariots to clog. Moses stretches out his hand again, and the waters crash down, drowning the army. The Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Exodus 14:27. The Israelites are finally free. Israel celebrates with singing. "I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea." Exodus 15:1. Moses' sister, Miriam, leads the women in dance with tambourines. But soon after, the people thirst in the wilderness. They find bitter water at Marah, yet God makes it sweet. Even in freedom, God continues to teach and guide his people. Exodus 11:15 shows that God delivers completely. Judgment falls on Egypt, but those covered by the blood are spared. God doesn't just bring his people out, he walks with them, fights for them, and leads them forward. The Red Sea was not the end, but the beginning of a journey of faith, freedom, and covenant.